Hello everybody, welcome to something a little different here on Formula 1 25 on the PC. I spoke about it in a Minecraft video that is being uploaded today. I don't know when this is being uploaded, maybe the same day, maybe the day after. We are here on F1 25. The game has been out for a few days already. I have already tried, I did actually try recording a part 1 already, but I had some problems and I wasn't in the best moods anyway. I thought, no, I don't want this, so I'm starting again. I touched on this heavily on the Minecraft video. I will say right off the bat, I'm disappointed with this game's career mode in terms of you cannot make a custom team with a custom driver. You can only make a custom team with 2 real drivers or a custom driver that goes into an existing already Formula 1 team, which wasn't a problem in the older games. I don't want to get into it because it really annoys me. I was really looking forward to making a custom team with a custom driver, but I think ultimately I would rather do the custom driver, because when I make a custom team and I'm taking control of 2 real drivers, their stats are meaningless. You know, what is the point of me signing the best driver in the world to my team if me personally cannot perform to their level, or if I'm outperforming a worse driver, for example? Does that make sense? I went into it a lot in the Minecraft video. I don't expect you to watch that. Maybe I'll talk about it a little bit more, but I'm not the best at this game. I play with a PS4 controller. I play online. I'm a second or 2 seconds off the qualifying pace and the race pace. You know, I'm not the greatest. I know a lot about F1. I know how racing works. I know how the cars work. I'm just not that good at putting it into action. I don't use wheel and pedals, so I'm not as precise. I'm with a PS4 controller, but I have fun, and that is what matters. And I feel like I'm speaking really quickly because I'm trying to get through the stuff that I talked about in the Minecraft video. I don't want to repeat myself. I don't want to sit here on the main menu for too long. We are going to go into a career mode and we are going to make Finn Fett. Okay? And also, we are going to be starting in F2. We're going to do a few races in F2. This is going to be almost like a part 0, like an epilogue, or is it a prologue? Whichever one comes before. And the real part 1 will be the first F1 race. And I think ultimately we're going to be doing shorter seasons. We're going to do the middle options. I'm going to stick with the races it gives me here: Bahrain, Australia, Austria, Silverstone, Belgium, my favorite circuit, Monza, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi. I think that is very fair. So let's have a look at the custom settings here. So assists, I play on elite. You know, I say I'm not the best, but I still at least try and play on elite. I play with no assists. The difficulty, I'm going to knock down to 70. I tried on 75. It was too... I think 70 is just about my level. Just now, you know, just to warm up, I did an AI race on 70 difficulty. We were all basically on the same pace in equal cars. So I think that is fair. Now for F2, we're going to be doing... We'll do the full qualifying. We're going to do a feature race. And we're going to be doing 50% races. The weather, approximate, to spice it up a bit. The career settings, driving moves on, R&D development on. I want to turn the faults up a little bit more just to, again, spice things up a bit. Rules and flags, we can leave everything. Actually, can we make it so... I'm not doing the formation lap. Can we make immersive, standard, pit stop experience? Okay, we don't need to touch any of that. Simulation settings. Simulation settings. We are going to have rewinds on. Like I said, I'm not the best player in the world, so if I do something really stupid like crash on the start-finish straight, I don't want to just pin the entire race off. That's not fun. Doing official teams, official drivers only. I don't want Brad Pitt or Michael Schumacher racing with me. So we're going in here. Custom driver. Let's start off with my avatar. I realized there was an avatar, like, I'm not trying to say I look like him because he's a better looking guy than me, but there's an avatar that has very similar hair to me, and he is just a white dude with like a stubble, which is what I look like a lot of the time these days. If they'll load. I remember he was at the bottom here, so I just gotta wait for it to load. Here he is. I don't know why he's all the way at the bottom with these 3 other dudes. Kind of looks like Rob Schneider from Alvin and the Chipmunks. I remember saying that the first time I did that. Again, I have done a lot of this, but I'm going to be doing this all the same. I thought I'd just scrap it. So the first name we're just going to go. Normally I put my real names, like my real, you know, I put Finley and then my real surname. This is YouTube, so I'm doing FinVet. Now for the three letters, do I just do Fin or do I? Yeah, I'm just going to do Fet. FinVet. Audio name. See, this is. I'm glad they've kept this in all the games because I realised it. I think the first game I played was F1 22. I have to say thank you to my friend Thomas River for the code because he gets codes for these games and he does not care about F1 and he's very nice and he gives them to me. The Flying Fin.
The Flying Fin.
There we are. That's me. Driver number 20. Thank you, Kevin, for no longer being on the grid. In real life, if I were to join the grid, I wouldn't be allowed the number 20 for 2 years because after a driver's last race in F1, their number is still reserved for 2 years. But I go for 20 because I don't really have a lucky number, but if I had to pick one, it would be 20 because my birthday is 20th. And let's so I did say it's weird that it doesn't save even after you do these. Oh yeah, well the colors have saved at least. I wanted to do my stuff in black and grey because that is just what my logo looks like. I did explain my logo actually for those who don't know. It's the two Fs. It's two capital Fs.
Come on, team!
I hate these things. I said I hate those. I find them really cringy. The guy sounds like he's doing a George Russell impression, like whoever the voice actor is for that. What was I going to say just then? What was I literally about to say? What was I looking at? I was about to say something. I completely forgot. What was I? Oh yeah, my logo. Two Fs, two capital Fs, FinFet, because both the Fs are capital in it. And the background is actually Stormtroopers from Star Wars, one of my Battlefront 2 screenshots, for those who know me from the virtual photography I used to do. And made that for my Twitter, and it's kind of stuck, and I like it. It's just got like a very light grey, whitish design with black over it. I think it's very simple and nice. I want to keep that branding. For the Academy, I'm going to go with Red Bull simply just because I'm a Red Bull fan. I enjoy the drink, I enjoy the team, I enjoy the drivers. So we're going to go with the Red Bull Academy. Okay, so let's move onward. And I think, yep, the Campos car is the only one with the actual Red Bull livery on it. And then for the teammate, I'm picking Hadjar because it'll just be more fun. Because you're probably thinking, wait, what? Isn't Hadjar an F1 driver? When you do the F2 career, you're doing the year before. So we're doing F2 in 2024 when Hadjar was still a driver for Campos. And then the fact that he will ultimately, in this game, will be in F1 the next year, I thought it'd be more fun to kind of race with him in F2 as well. And ultimately, if I'm in the Red Bull Academy, I'll probably end up at VCarb, I'd imagine. And if he's my teammate again there, that'd be really fun. It'd be like a little parasocial rivalry. But this is what we're doing for now. Right, here we go. Confirm settings. And we're dumped straight into qualifying, okay? But we got to remember we did first time I did this, it went straight into one-shot qualifying. I hadn't even driven the F2 cars in this game, and we're actually using the new F2 cars because obviously 2024 was their first year. I love how the F2 cars sound. I've been to one Formula 1 Grand Prix in person, and I sat through all the feeder events. The F2 cars sound incredible. They whistle. They like whistle when they go past you. The McLarens also whistled in F1. They were like the only F1 car that whistled. If you know what I mean, they have like a very whistling tone as they drive by. But I think they sound so incredible on the onboards in real life and in the game. So what we're going to do here is actually we're just going to keep the balance set up, but we're going to increase our front wing just a little bit. And the front brake bias on these F2 cars is always set so high. I find 56 is often the best move. So we'll start flying lap in a second. Right, let's jump into a flying lap here. Park Ferme, yep, I understand. I can still change my front wing even out of Park Ferme, as some of you may know. Here we go. Ah, listen to how incredible this thing is. Again, don't expect miracles. I need to set the expectations straight here. Do not expect miracles. I am just a Formula 1 fan who does not play these games that often and plays with a controller. Let's see what we can do. Here we go, onto our first attempt of a flying lap. That was... The tyres are not up to temperature at all. That was a really, really, really bad first couple turns. It's okay. Okay, I have too much oversteer. We're going back to the pits. We're going back to the pits. We're taking that front wing off. It is destroying me. Take that front wing down. You know what? Let's take it down. I'd rather have understeer right now, to be honest. I was still locking the brakes a bit, so I'm going to put that on 25. Let's give this another go. Still getting oversteer even out of that final corner. It's horrendous, to be honest.
Been pushed down to P22.
I'm not looking forward to I'm not looking forward to this lap here. Let's see what we can do. Right, I think that was really bad. I'm gonna be a second or two off the pace, I'm imagining. I think I need to up the front wing again. Oh wow, I'm not actually slowest. 18th fastest though, that's not really the greatest, but I think I need a bit more front wing, and we can set some faster times here. Just gonna keep using these tyres for the minute. I don't even have a... God, I don't even have a second set. I should really be taking better care of these tyres. Right. 25 front wing. I think the brakes are okay now. Let's give this another go. Alright, here we go. Let's lock in. Oh, the delta in the top right is going to really distract me. Ah, look, it's just way too much front wing. Like, why am I spinning out on the corner? Like... It's terrible. I just don't understand. Like, I'm really not slamming the power down. I'm being very delicate with it. This is horrendous. Somehow going even slower. It's just, yeah, this is just not worked out for us at all. Understeering into corners and then I'm oversteering out. Like, make it make sense, you know? Whatever, I'm going to try not to get too worked up over this. I've somehow gone almost... I've gone over half a second slower last time. Granted, some of that will be because of the tyre wear, but... Look! Oh my days. I'm not even going to finish the lap. I'm just going to... So we're qualifying dead last, probably. Because I cannot drive this car out of corners. Oh well. Let's go to the race. So here we go, here's the damage. 4 tenths slower than second last, and 2 seconds behind the pole pace. We got a lot of work. We got a lot of work to do. Okay. We're gonna lose our pace stat here, aren't we? Yeah. I think my pace stat's just going to be horrendous, really. That's how it is. Never been the best qualifier. I'm normally, you know, from my experience of playing these games through the years, I'm always just better in the race. I'm not too good on a hot lap.
Welcome to Sakhir and the Bahrain International Circuit, where the grid is forming up ready for today's race. Bahrain represents an exceptional 3.36 miles of racing. Lots of opportunities to overtake throughout its 15 corners. Now, this track has built a reputation for being brutal on the rear tyres, so keep an eye on how these young drivers manage their rubber. Strategy here could ultimately determine the winner of the race. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Andrea Kimi Antonelli lines up on pole position, and it's Isaac Hadjar in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Aaron, Colapinto, Amory Cordial, and Vishaw, Dirksen, Miney, Villa Gomez, Britomo Miata, Correa, Barnard, Jack Crawford, Dennis Hauger, Maloney, Stanek, O'Sullivan, Gabriel Bortoletto, Martins, Behrman, Fittipaldi, and the Flying Finn. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's get down to the track. The new season starts now. I'm Alex Jakes, Alex Brundle is alongside me, and it is time to restart Formula 2. We're so excited to be back. Alex, what are you expecting from this season?
Put 22 of the world's best young racing drivers in a pot, some great venues, press go, and it kicks out a champion. I cannot wait to see who comes out on top at the end of the year.
Here we go.
Try to put the starting position out
I think
of mind and just focus on the race ahead.
Just going to go for the standard one stop like everybody else. I'm actually going to take an inch of front wing off because I don't fancy spinning out in the race. I think we're good to go. Let's do this. We've had a cracking start here, okay. Careful into turn one. Let's not destroy our tires. Let's feed in here. Oh no. Oh my god, we've been completely... Get off the throttle, man! Don't just drive into my side pods! Jesus Christ. What an idiot. No heroics on lap one. Let's just get the car safely through. Right, ultimately turn 10 down here is where we're going to be struggling the most. It's a very hard corner. It's just such an easy... Because it's downhill, it's just so easy to lock up. Like, we have just locked our front left.
Let's try and move forward.
Yeah, I agree. Let's try to move forward. These F2 cars have insane downshift protection. Do F1 cars even have downshift protection? If so, it's like just basically non-existent. It is quite strong. Well, I wouldn't say strong because that's how it is for most race cars, but compared to F1, it's very strong. So corner exit off this turn is just so important because it's just such a long straight. I mean, so we do have less downforce, so we should be pretty strong down the straights as well. See that little spin, little
Nice move. Keep going.
out of shape there on the braking? It's because we don't have enough front brake force there. But that's my choice to lower it down. I will pay the consequences for it if I need to.
Dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres. So try to get past.
Oh, bit oversteery out that corner, even with the lowered front wing. Let's not lock our tyres. Of course, we lock them anyway. But we did actually get a pretty decent exit. Was in the wrong gear then, I didn't shift down enough. I think the understeer is punishing me a bit here. You can see Villa Gomez in front of me is able to turn in a lot more than I am. That's okay. That's how it's meant to be. Oh, huge snap, and we're down a position. Down 2 positions probably. Okay, Bernard didn't want to get past me. It's just, I don't understand why I'm oversteering out of corner. I'm just not being you know, I'm being quite delicate with the throttle. If I had to analyze myself here, and it's just crazy that we're spinning out corners like that. Okay, that's good. We didn't lock the front tires for the first time. Okay, we got Maloney behind us now. So Bernard's been overtaken. Look at that. Look, I had to just get off the throttle to stop the rear from sliding then. And that means we got terrible corner exit speed. And Maloney, they're going to send a dive bomb. You know, if I send a dive bomb myself, completely ruined my tires. Be careful not to spin out the corner there. I've still got my DRS. Okay. Thank God. Gotta be late here. Got a little bump up the back then. Hopefully that damaged his front wing. That was not intentional, but he decided to bump into the back of me because I broke quite early. Because I was paranoid about locking up. Oh my God. This is not good at all. It's not good at all. Alright, we're gonna get taken here on the straight. Oh, are we? A lot better exit than there. Maybe they're focused on defending. I know the AI battles are apparently like a lot better in this game. But no, my tires are really... These are my hards as well. Oh dear. This is not working out. Part of me wonders if I'm not shifting down enough. You know, I'm coming out some of these corners in like third gear, but I'm just not getting the traction or the torque from them. Right, we're gonna get taken here on this straight. Break the toe a bit, maybe.
Okay, the car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form.
Right up in the slipstream. Be careful here not to slide out of a corner like we always do. Clean, okay. That's good. Break the toe a bit again. And I got smacked into the back of again. Listen, I know I'm braking early, but you gotta anticipate the braking, man. Franca Colapinto's at the session. Bahrain's never been the strongest circuit of mine anyway. It's probably the most driven because it's always the first in these games.
Okay, we're approaching the pit window.
We'll take it as it, you know, we'll take it as it comes, okay? Let's just focus on having fun. Alright, here come the silly targets, the silly lap time targets that I'm not going to be able to hit. Yeah, often asking the impossible from me. From me. Not any player, but from me. That being said, I have just put in 2 green sectors. Now that I'm not worried about defending. But Maloney's now made up a gap on Stanek, so we'll see. Ah, look, we are a 10th off. We're not hitting the target. That was probably one of the best laps I could put in at the minute. Maloney's getting really close. I know he's rated quite high in the game. He did win a lot of races in F2 last year. Now he's in Formula E. Oh. Yeah, so I'm not hitting that lap time this lap. Like I said, I think I got very lucky with that last lap. It's because I just had clean air and I wasn't focused on a car behind me. But we have got a car behind us now. And I think he's in DRS range. I think he was less than a second through the detection.
Okay, mate, we didn't get what we needed there, I'm afraid.
God, that lap was almost a second slower.
Push now, we're boxing this lap.
Alright, let's use these tyres for all they're worth. That was probably my best, like, turn 1, 2, and 3. And it's just, you know. I don't think I've hit the apex on that turn a single time. It's just,
Okay, no
I don't
issues
like
with
that
the tyre
corner.
wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
I'm not taking care of them, I'm boxing this lap. Stop sending me silly messages. That being said, I kind of just been like, you know when you get into the flow state of driving, and I've kind of caught up with the cars in front of me a little bit. You know, definitely it's one. I just
Okay,
set a purple
in
middle
this
sector.
lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you
Part of me
approach.
wants to overcut now. How have I put in a purple middle sector? No, the tyre difference will be too much. I need to pit. We're going in. 37 kilometers per hour. That was probably quite bad. I'm bad at these things. This is probably about the only thing I can get perfect in this game is the turn in time. But I think a monkey could get it correct. So, put a monkey in the cockpit to press the buttons.
Right, let's go. Come on. Perfect job.
Right, let's not immediately lose the rear
Okay,
here.
stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
Right, we got some new sticky tyres on. They're cold, but let's work the magic. They feel so much faster. You just don't realize like how good new tyres are until you actually put some on and you're like playing the game and you feel them. Like these just feel so much stickier and faster. Of course, I'm probably not using them to their maximum, you know, getting the most out of them. But oh my god, it is a welcome change. Yeah, let's see if we've managed to undercut anybody through the pits. Try not to smack into anybody. Villa Gomez. Oh, we've passed Villa Gomez. Okay, the undercut has actually worked. And Correa's just come out on cold tires. Let's get past him. This race is actually coming back to us a bit. Let's get in the slipstream here. Probably can't make a pass here, but we're going to try our best to get a good exit at the last corner and get past him. Okay, strong exit here.
Gap to your teammate ahead, 0.0 seconds.
Can we send it? Can we send it? Gone a bit deep. Can we hold on to it? Yes, we can hold on to it. But he's right up behind me with DRS. I'm going to stay on the outside. Stay ahead of Correa. Oh, that is not happening. He's going to have a menacing DRS slipstream down the next straight. That is not possible. I'm not going to be able to pull the anchors out like that. That objective is not getting done, my friend. I'm sorry. Unless I'm literally like breaking rules, weaving down the straight. That is not getting done. Especially if I'm locking my front tires like that as well. Oh, it's gonna be over. It's gonna be over down this straight, honestly. They got a much better exit than I did because I completely fluffed that corner up. Break the toe. Break the toe. No. No. This is where it happens. This is where it happens. Break the toe. Did I get hit then? Did I get hit or did my rear just horrifically slide then? Good exit, good exit, please. No. Oh my god, look how close he is. It's not possible. It's not possible. You're asking the impossible of me. He's passed. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because I'm not that fast. Leave me alone, engineer. Leave me alone, man. My tires are destroyed and I've still got like another 4 laps on them. Okay, just leave me be. I'm still ahead of him. He got to pass me for a second, but I'm still ahead of him. Does that not count? God, they really do love to tuck into the slipstream a bit, don't they? Let's get some ethical wheeling going on here. Oh, that right there is some good ethical wheel. Oh, he was in front of me at the detection zone as well. Beast mode. Oh, they're fighting. They're fighting behind.
Everything's looking good.
It's time to push. Time to push while they're fighting. It's Maloney. Maloney's gone ahead of Correa again, so Maloney's the car behind me again. But they're going to be fighting. I need to capitalize on this desperately. I'd say that defending against Correa was pretty good though. Same car, same age tires, I'm pretty sure, but like, as far as my standards go, you know, there was no argy-bargy. I wasn't weaving on, blocking on the straights. I'm happy with myself with that. That's what's important about these kind of things. I gotta be able to praise myself at least, because I have a lot of shortcomings with this racing. And yes, I know it's AI. You know, a real player would be able to get past me easily, but you know, I gotta take what I can get. Somehow set first green first sector. I'm also in 9th. I swear to God I was in 10th, right? I'm keeping the gap behind me really healthy. They are so busy fighting, they're just holding each other up. I'm not catching Cordeal. Like, I'm distracting myself. I don't take that corner that often when I'm just sat here playing. It's when I start talking I lose my focus, which is understandable. But either way, yeah, I'm not catching up with 8th. I'm sitting pretty in 9th right now. Cheeky 2 points.
Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Here we go. Final lap. Comfortably in P9. Guys behind are still fighting. This is, yeah, a lot better than I thought it would be. Thought it would be sifted about out of the points like we were before the pit stops, but you know, the strategy was the right one to get the undercut, use the soft tires properly. Took all the people who lapped the lap pitted a lap or 2 later, in fact, and it's worked out for the better. Yeah, congratulations to Antonelli for the win. I'm sure I'll see you in F1 next year as well. Come through. That being said, the guys behind me did catch up a bit, but they held themselves up for too long. You know, honestly, it's one of those cases where they were faster than me on their own. Me versus them, they'd be beating me, but they got too caught up on each other, tripping over each other, and that's allowed us to come home in a very lovely P9.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
And driver of the day, probably because the amount of positions I made up from the literal back of the grid.
This has been a superb drive. It's victory for Andrea Kimi Antonelli.
Well, they've sent that one, haven't they? Brilliant start to the season, and that's exactly what they wanted for their early points tally.
It looks like it's time to start the party. The drivers making their way to the podium. You can see it on their faces. It's joy and another win for Prema today. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling installment when Formula 2 returns.
Naturally, the person I always want to beat is my teammate, at least in F1 with the equal cars. But here's the finishing order. Got a lovely 2 points since it's the feature race. Yeah, Got a lovely 2 points. This is the feature race, finishing 9th. If this was the sprint race, that would have been no points, but I am not going to complain with that. Ah, here we go. Here's the actual, yeah. So, Antonelli won from pole and set the fastest lap. If he led every lap, that is another question I do not know. Of course, we are in our own race. Here's some of the only DNF was Colapinto. Don't know what happened to him, but yeah. Experience has gone up. Our racecraft has gone up a lot, probably from the amount of overtakes we made. The awareness gone up a lot, and our pace has gone down even more. Am I just going to be a race merchant? Qualify back of the grid, make up 10-15 positions of race? Gosh.